Hello, my lovely viewers out there, and welcome to the platform once again. And in this episode, I'm going to look at Brentford 0, Chelsea 2, the Carabao Cup quarter-final match between Brentford and Chelsea. And it was an excellent win, though Chelsea was again in a slow tempo once again. If it happens to be your first time of joining me on this platform, please, I reiterate and emphasize, please do well to hit the subscribe button. Very, very important. It's very, very important, just like watching the full version of the program or watching the part version of the program. Just subscribing and touching the notification bell is as important as watching a full version or parts of the program. So thank you very much for the support. You've been supporting the channel all this while. And slowly, I know we'll reach our destination. Yeah, we'll reach our destination surely. And let's admit, it was an important win for Chelsea. Yeah, an important win for Chelsea. We will take it that way. And once again, there are still certain concerns in Chelsea's game as we still find it difficult to score goals ever since Mason Mount scored in that game against Everton, in which Chelsea was even supposed to win. That was a weaker Everton team also. And so many issues are coming up in the Premier League, though this is the Carabao Cup, but since it's an FA organized competition, we tend to sometimes re-engage and bring some of the issues on board right here with respect to the analysis of this episode. And so many issues coming up with respect to how a match is cancelled, and so many issues out there. And already some teams, Liverpool and Leeds, have been cancelled, and Watford and one other team have also got their Boxing Day fixtures cancelled. And still issues are popping up regarding the criteria based on which matches are called off. Remember, Chelsea filed a protest prior to playing Wolverhampton Wanderers that Chelsea had so many positive cases as well as so many injured players, but Chelsea was forced to play. That defeats the rules of positive competition. And for a league to be competitive enough, all teams have to be treated fairly, and all teams have to compete equally with respect to the best of their strength. I would say the best of their strength because there are certain things that are beyond the control of the Premier League, the issue of injuries. So one team may tend to have they are injured, some of the players injured. That is different from a COVID infection that has ravaged a team, so many players for that matter. And so Chelsea was denied the opportunity to call off that match, and they went ahead, and Wolverhampton took advantage, I must say, and got 1 point out of the game. If Chelsea had allowed to call the fixture off in subsequent matches, I bet you Chelsea would have won the match. But Chelsea was not treated fairly as other teams. Manchester, Leicester have got their games called off, especially Leicester for reasons far even lesser than that of Chelsea. And you saw Leicester last week I said most of their players were injured, and where most of their players had COVID infection. All of them almost featured against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, in which they nearly knocked out Liverpool, except that Liverpool brought on some senior players in the second half to change the course of the game. Let me come back to the Brentford game. That's the mission why we are here. And scoring goals is still a concern for Chelsea, but there are some positives in the game that I saw that I should quickly highlight. Kepa Arrizabalaga was excellent in the game and kept Chelsea in the game barely, because Brentford had two clear chances in which they were supposed to have taken the lead. But Kepa Arrizabalaga once again stepping up to ensure that he kept the score line of the match 0-0 at that time. Harvey Val and Sunsos Bell were excellent up front, especially the movement of Harvey Val created so many problems for Brentford, but the shooting on goal was lacking. By I must understand, Brentford kept it too close at the back, though they occasionally resulted in a counter attack, but they were too close and compact at the back. That was why Harvey Val couldn't get so many shots on target. One, he got an important header on target. I think the cross was lobbed in the second half by Aspilicueta, in which he headed for the keeper to grab the ball. So quite an excellent positioning there from Harvey Val. Saul Niguez is also impressing gradually with respect to his game. But I must say, Saul Is he improving at the wrong time? Because during the tick of December, we were expecting Saul to perform, but now he's not doing it. Now that January is approaching, that Chelsea might even reignite their interest in Aurelien Tchouameni, the top midfielder in Monaco, and now Saul all of a sudden is trying to impress us. But I still think he shouldn't be deceiving us. Saul's, if we can terminate the loan, fine, and go in for a proven hard tackling midfielder, not the likes of Saul. And Jorginho seems to be a master of penalty instead of master of shooting. And I must say, for a midfielder to be complete, he has to add shooting to his game. Jorginho doesn't shoot. I don't know why you want to pass when even he gets into a good position to shoot. Like yesterday in the match, he was in a good position to shoot, to score, but he didn't do it. He resorted to passing. And Reece James was also fantastic in the game, resulting in providing the assist for that own goal that Janssen scored against Brentford, his own team. Kante shouldn't have been played in this game. I still maintain that. Or N'Golo Kante shouldn't have been played in this game. He should be allowed to rest enough, because the fixtures coming up on Chelsea, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Man City, Brighton, and so many matches at Tottenham Hotspurs. They are killer fixtures that we need the likes of N'Golo Kante, especially now that he is an important player for Chelsea that is improving. Even when he went out, you saw the rate at which we were drawing games and losing crucial points. And Manchester City now is leading Chelsea by 6 points. Yeah. So we need N'Golo Kante fit for the subsequent matches ahead. And let me give you my ratings for the match. Kepa Arrizabalaga had 8.5 there. And then we have Aspilicueta 7, Chalobah 8. Chalobah had 8 there. And yeah, Chalobah had 8. Malang Sarr had 7. Kovacic had 7. Simons had 6. Barkley had 7. Simons had 6.5 there. I'll give him 6.5 there, or even 7. Yeah, 7 there. Yeah, let me give him 7. Barkley had 7. Saul 7. Alonso 7. Havivar 8. Sunsos Bell 7. And Kepa Arrizabalaga had 8/10. Roughly, he was the man of the match for the encounter there. He was the man of the match for the encounter there. I must stress there. And he really deserves it. And once again, the contract of Antonio Rudiger is on. And we are hearing that Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur are interested in Rudiger. And the shameful thing for Marina to let happen to Chelsea is to lose a player to Tottenham or Manchester United. The earlier she sought out Antonio Rudiger's contract there, but I think some average players are even earning what Rudiger is earning. And so he should be given what he's asking for in the region of 180,000 to 200,000. I understand from the camp of Antonio Rudiger, he will consider for 180,000 to 200,000 for Chelsea because he loves Chelsea. But when he was going to Real Madrid, he would demand from 300,000 upwards. Yeah, that's I'm sure. So because of the love for Chelsea, Marina should take advantage of that and make sure he stays at Chelsea. Yeah, and make sure he stays at Chelsea. Yeah, let's look at the statistics of the game. Some of the statistics of the game. We have Chelsea 15 shots there, 7 on target. To Burnley's 4 shots, 3 on target. Possession, 68% possession for Chelsea and 32% for Brentford. And 734 passes for Chelsea, 350 for Brentford. Pass accuracy, 88% for Chelsea, 76 for Brentford. Yeah. And corner kicks, Brentford had 3, Chelsea had 2. And this game is an important game because earlier on in the season, when Chelsea defeated Brentford 1-0, the coach Thomas Frank of Brentford said when the game was played 10 times, Brentford will win 9. And what happened to that 9 as the game has been replicated in the Carabao Cup, and it happens that Chelsea consolidated their win on Brentford by beating them 2-0. Yeah, beating them 2-0 there. So I don't know what Thomas Frank will say regarding that. And we've defeated them. I know now he will shut up and will not resort to that unnecessary post-match remarks. Thank you very much for joining me on this platform. If it happens to be your first time, please Make sure you join the family by subscribing and touching the notification bell. Smash the like button if you enjoy my presentation. Comment to agree or disagree with me in the comment box down below. And then share the program, excuse me, to as many viewers as possible. Cheers, I love you wherever you are. Bye-bye.